Hear what Donald Trump said.
Then he can continue. Then he can continue to fight his little heart out.
That Zelensky can go on and fight his little heart out. His little heart out. Whatever small thing. That's the level of Zelensky. We know very well that you cannot survive this thing, but if you cannot see it, go ahead and fight your little heart out. That was the statement he made before he sent the 28 peace plan to Ukraine. And of course, Zelensky turned it down. Did I say Zelensky? Zelensky and his cronies, the EU, they turned it down. That statement sounds like a man who is tired, a man who has given up, a man who has exhausted all his plans. Of course, that's not new to us. A man who has reached that point where he knows very well that if something is not done, then nothing will be salvaged. Okay? But then you may even think that it's a statement made by a man who cares. Because he went on to say that that will not be the end or the last proposal. Meaning he had this feeling that Zelensky might turn it down, and he did. And then he went on to say immediately that that will not be the end of his proposal. But don't get it twisted. That doesn't mean that he will go on supporting Zelensky or Ukraine. But I'm going to stand by the sideline and watch and still find a way to help you. But this time around, you'll be on your own. That recent statement connotes desperation. Like US has to take credit by all means. US must be involved to the end of this thing, whether there's something left in Ukraine or not. The last time he went to UK, he was asked about the war in Ukraine, and he said that that doesn't affect the US unless it evolves or it culminated into what they call it, a World War III. He went on to say that it was EU that was affected by the war. And then somebody asked how, because they've sanctioned Russia so much, or did I say they sanctioned Russia? They sanctioned themselves so much that they are the ones suffering. Yes, they're the ones suffering. Last time, Hungarian president, that's Viktor Orban, had to go meet Donald Trump to beg him. He said, my country is landlocked. There's no way I can survive it if I stop trading with Russia. So you can imagine how many of them go ask Germany. Now back to the real issue now. Go ahead now, like my video, comment on it, share it, give me a follow. Zelensky, as expected, turned the deal down, said that he would not trade the dignity of Ukraine for peace. In fact, he went on to say that he will propose an alternative deal. That's what Zelensky said, that he will propose an alternative deal. I would not accept this one. I would rather present something different. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So, talking about dignity, we're looking at a president who allowed himself to be pushed into war with a nuclear state. A state that nobody can pressure. A state that nobody can actually like. You just have to just follow them small, like put it in Nigeria. Take it easy with them. Do you understand? Yet he allowed his own country to be destroyed because of his own selfishness. And now he's talking about the dignity of Ukraine, knowing fully well that his era is about to come to an end. He doesn't want to leave that country. He doesn't want to leave that seat. Because peace actually means that the era of Zelensky has come to an end. Whatever will bring this war to an end will mean that there will be an election in Ukraine. I mean, are you getting the point? There will be an election in Ukraine. And Zelensky will do anything, whatever it takes to stay on that seat so that there won't be any election. So you see, there are several fronts to it. It's not as if this time around he does not want that peace to come in, but he doesn't want to live as a president. So I'm going to ask you a question. You tell me by yourself. Why do you think Zelensky and his EU cronies have remained adamant? What are they fighting for? What do they still have to salvage? Winter is already around the corner. I mean, winter is already active, although not fully, cold. But obviously, there's nothing left. So, what is giving them the guts to think that they can fight this war till the end? Does Zelensky want to lose everything? Anyway, this one Beaver knows. What Do you know?